What's up, everybody? Spunky 991 coming guys in another video. Coming at you guys with my Eagles Washington Commanders preview. Eagles coming to this game 2-0. Hot start for the season. First division matchup of the season, going to Washington to take on the Washington Commanders. The Eagles, of course, getting their Week 1 victory against the Detroit Lions, and of course, big win against the Minnesota Vikings on prime time Monday night. The Washington Commanders won their first game of the season in Week 1. Then they lost to the Detroit Lions in Week 2. They're coming to this game with a record of 1-1. Big game right here, man. This is Carson Wentz going up against our Philadelphia Eagles for the first time. For the first time in his career. Yes, it's definitely gonna be some emotions there on both sides. This game right here is definitely a game the Eagles should win. I have the Eagles win this game. I have the Eagles win this game by a score of I'm gonna give it a score of 24-17. I think it will be a relatively close game. I can see it actually being more points on the board than that. But if our defense comes out and plays as well as they did against the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football, who knows? The Eagles possibly could run away with this game. But with it being a division matchup, the Washington, we normally play these guys in very close matchups. So with that being said, I'm gonna give it more of a conservative score prediction. I'm gonna say 24-17. Like I said, Eagles going up against Carson Wentz for the first time. Carson Wentz, of course, obviously spent his first the first years of his career with the Philadelphia Eagles. He was originally, what we believe was going to be our long-term solution, long-term franchise quarterback. Things did not work out, of course. Jalen Hurts came in and took over the starting role, and Carson Wentz was shipped off to the Indianapolis Colts. Spent 1 year with the Colts, and the Colts traded him to the Washington Commanders, and here we are now. Now, the keys to winning this game is going to be very simple. Eagles offensively, we started off well against the Minnesota Vikings. It was a great performance in that first half. Second half, we didn't score any points. We got to be consistent for all 4 quarters of the game. The defense was consistent the entire game. That was great. But offensively, while I'm very happy with the way Hurts played, I'm overall happy with the way the offense played. I just want to see consistent play for all 4 quarters of the game. It starts with the big men up front, the trenches, both on offense and defense. Those guys up front have been doing a great job so far this season. Got to keep it going. Have to keep it going. Got to protect Jalen Hurts. Got to open up the running lanes for our running backs. Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell, and of course Miles Sanders, who's having he's off to a great start this season. The passing game, Jalen Hurts got to continue doing what he did against the Minnesota Vikings. He was spreading the ball around, getting as many receivers involved, going through his progressions very well. Just gotta continue doing that, continue getting better week after from week to week. Continue to execute and be consistent with his play. I was very impressed with what I saw overall from Jalen Hurts against Minnesota. Here's me crossing my fingers that he just continues to get better and better from here on out. Getting our receivers involved in this game, spreading that ball around, going through your progressions. Another great day let's have another great day offensively. Run that ball well. Get the pass, that opens up the passing game, the play action pass to Dallas Goedert down the field. Defensively, got to do a little bit better when it comes to getting the pressure. I did like the game plan that John DeGannon had for Kirk Cousins last week. He definitely brought more pressure, more blitzing at Kirk Cousins. And what we saw was 3 turnovers by Kirk Cousins. If we do the same thing to Carson Wentz this week, I can guarantee that Carson Wentz is going to make mistakes. Us Eagle fans know very well of when Carson Wentz is under pressure. When you get in Carson Wentz's face, he can be very prone to making mistakes with the football. So get to Carson Wentz early, get the pressure on him, consistent throughout the entire game. Try to force Carson Wentz to make as many mistakes as possible. That is the key to winning like I said, big men up front, the trenches. Our secondary going up this week, going up against some some pretty solid wide receivers. Not as great as the Minnesota Vikings receivers are, but overall pretty solid receivers. Going up against Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin, and also Donnie Brown, another solid receiver for the Washington Commanders. So definitely gotta make sure that we contain these guys. Do not allow Carson Wentz to feel comfortable in that pocket and try to pick us apart with this with these solid wide receivers that he has. When it comes to the running game for the Washington Commanders, that is something that we definitely gotta keep in check as well. They're gonna be giving the ball quite a bit to Antonio Gibson in this game. Got to make sure that we take the running game away, force Carson Wentz to try to beat us with his arm. If we do that, then I like our chances a lot when it comes to this game. Like I said, I'm picking the Eagles to win this game. It's gonna be I'm giving it a conservative, a very conservative score prediction. I say the Eagles are gonna win 24-17. But like I said, if we, I could definitely see the Eagles possibly run away with this game. But with it being the NFC East matchup, we know how these games usually are. They're very highly competitive. You got two teams that don't like each other, two teams that know each other very well. So it definitely could be a very close game to the end, one of those nail biters. But obviously, we are, as Eagle fans, are always hoping that that's not the case, that this is a game that we are able to put away relatively quickly and we're closer to victory by the fourth quarter. But we shall see. Like I said, Carson Wentz, the Eagles' first time going up against Carson Wentz. We didn't play the Colts last year, obviously, and now Carson Wentz is in our division. We're going to see him twice a year. Jalen Hurts, who took Carson Wentz's job in Philadelphia after Carson Wentz struggled in 2020. Now Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz are competing against each other, and crossing our fingers that Jalen Hurts comes out on the winning side of this battle between the Eagles and the Washington Commanders. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. Let's go out there and get this W. First division win of the season, which is going to be key. In the NFC East, there's another division matchup. You got the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Another division, so all four NFC East teams are playing each other. This week. It's the NFC East week here that we have. Let's go out there. Let's get this W against the Washington Commanders. Let's continue this momentum that we have going. Let's go 3-0 and continue to hold on to our claim of the NFC East as it currently stands. So yeah, like I said, I could definitely see this being a close game. Just the history of this rivalry, the history of the NFC East in general. They're usually, no matter how a team is doing, these are usually close games. But like I said, I got the Eagles win this game. 24-17. It starts with the big men up front, as always, the trenches. Special teams got to do their job. Jake Elliott, Siposs, the punter. Those guys got to do their job. Everyone has to do their job. Let's go out there, do our job. Let's get this W. But anyway, there you have it, man. Like I said, Eagles first time going up against Carson Wentz. Let's get this W. Let's set the tone. Let's continue to send a message to the rest of the NFL. But as always, go Birds. Spunky Nights on One is out of here. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.
That's all, folks.